go ahead and confess in the comment section. It's okay. You're cheap when it comes to tires, but at least you're buying cheap tires and not used tires. So today's topic, good generic tires. 2003 Z06 Corvette. So on the front, I went stock tire size 265 40 17. These are Federals. And on the back, these are the important ones. So I went slightly narrower than stock, 285 35 18. Stock is 295 35 18. But the problem is I couldn't find stock size generic tires with the proper speed rating. That's the main thing, speed rating. These are Lionhart LH 503s, and I am happy with these tires. I've gone 150 miles per hour on these tires and they didn't explode. So here's the thing, if you drive a performance car, get tires that are speed rated. A lot of tires are rated at 100 to 110. If you exceed that, that's dangerous. So these backs are rated at 168, I believe, and the fronts are rated at 170. So good speed rating on these tires. Would buy again. I would have liked to go Lionhart all around, or these Federals all four corners. But yeah, I see a lot of people losing control on Instagram of their cars. Your tires are probably not sticky enough. So yes, don't buy used tires. If you're watching this video and you're cheap when it comes to tires, at least don't buy used ones. You don't know how old they are. Tires are good to 5 to 10 years, depending on if you're sitting in the sun. It's funny. Sometimes I watch Jay Leno's garage and he has a guest. I think his name is Ken Lee. But Ken Lee has a bunch of Ferraris, and Jay Leno was ripping on him because he brought a Ferrari F50 and a F40. And they both were on original tires. So Jay Leno was like, I'll buy you new tires. This is dangerous. So even someone who owns a Ferrari will go cheap on tires. They won't buy new tires. They'll just go OEM. They figure, hey, my car has 3,000 miles on it. Why do I need new tires? So yes, feel free to confess. You buy used tires or you have bald tires all the time. I had bald tires on this car for the longest time, and then yeah, I said, this is sketchy, man. Let me buy new tires. So yeah, some cheapies on this, but they are speed rated. Let's talk about some more good generic tires.
Pretty amazing ride. I was fortunate enough to drive this car once on the track, and it was amazing then, but you got to get new tires. I mean, this is how accidents happen on cold tires.
If you want to look up the stats and pause this, here's the sticker for the front tire and the rear tire. This is the MVP of my stable. My road trip, camping, off-road rig. I drive this thing the most. So this is a Ford Econoline E350 on a 5-inch lift kit, 33-inch tires, and these tires are excellent. Milestar Patagonia ATRs. They have around 40,000 miles on them. The front's starting to wear out, so I'll replace these soon. The back has a little more life. So the 50,000 miles advertised, yeah, as long as you're rotating your tires, keeping up with the proper tire pressure, they'll last 50,000 miles. I go on mild trails with this, nothing hardcore. My idea of off-roading is getting to a nice middle of nowhere camp spot, and these tires have been great. Just air them down and you'll be fine. So these are great off-road tires for mild trails. You can't see the top of his head yet. Looks like there's about 10,000 miles left in this tire. Let's go back here, a little more back here, and then here. So there you go. Can't see the top of his head completely yet. This one's even better. Out of all my vehicles, I drive this van the most. 10 to 12,000 miles a year, no matter where I go. I have a house on wheels with me. So my Z06, I drive it 500 to 2,000 miles a year. I have around 2,000 miles on the tires on that car. I had some name brands on it, and I don't do burnouts or anything, and the tires on that lasted 10,000 miles. The backs, the fronts, I changed them anyway because you got to change your tires every 5 to 10 years. So yeah, the high performance tires, they last 10,000 miles, especially when you can't rotate them. So on this van, these Milestar Patagonias are on pace to lasting 50,000 miles. So I like these Patagonias a lot. Will buy again. 13 miles per gallon. I could still get 15 miles per gallon if I'm on a road trip, even with the high top roof. So these Patagonia ATRs, they're good for mild trails, everyday use. They're quiet, and you could still get decent fuel economy. This is my daily driver, Fiat 500 Abarth, souped up from the factory Econo box. Right now, it has brand name tires, Toyos. I'm gonna show you guys what it used to have. It had Cosmo Mucho Machos. I need tires for my Abarth, so I got these last month. I'm finally gonna get them installed. Headed to the tire shop right now. 195 45/16s. These are Cosmo Mucho Machos with the tiger on it. $215 without the tax, $235 shipped. With taxes, shipping was actually free. When I was driving home, as I sped up, this thing was like jiggling on the freeway. Like I was feeling a lot of vibration through the steering wheel, and the car was riding like crap, so I pulled over to check my tires. Mucho Macho. That's Spanish for very macho. Tom is gonna like this. So I have cracking right here, right? Gets worse. Look at that. Starting to show fabrics, cracking right here. I don't have that many miles on these tires either. All right, let's check the other side. Let me turn the wheel. All right, here's the other one. Fabric. Is it time for some Pirellis, some sticky tires, Tom? Will I knock a couple tenths of a second off my 0 to 60? Maybe half a second off my quarter mile? Yeah, I drive this car like a performance car too. So, yeah, this thing handles really good with these tires. So I wonder what performance tires are gonna be like. These aren't as bad. The back's fine. Oh, a little cracking right there. Listen to that rumble. I love this car. See how tiny the tailpipe is, but they try to make it look bigger. Like this is how big the tailpipe is, but they try to make it look cooler. So I guess it'll look really goofy if the tailpipe is like that tiny. That's how you know this is a souped up Econo box. I'm all about my cheap tires. My Corvette Z06 has Lionharts. My van has Milestar Patagonia ATRs. These Mucho Machos by Cosmo. Thumbs down. No bueno. That's Spanish for these tires suck. This is what you call it's more fun to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow. This is a slow car, but this thing handles, and even with the Mucho Machos, this thing handled great. Handles even better now with these Toyos, and I went slightly wider, 205. 205 is a more common tire size, so this car rides even better now. It rides better, it corners better, and I spent $1,000. I had to get a new tire pressure monitor sensors too, so here's another tip for you guys. So when I needed new tires, I got the Mucho Machos and some tire pressure sensors on eBay for like $25. Supposedly it all calibrates when you drive the car, like that's how the Mopars work, but they never worked. So I drove for like 4 years with generic tires and tire pressure monitor sensors that never worked. So that's why I said, you know what, let me get name brand and let me get tire pressure monitor sensors at work at a reputable tire shop. So I took the cheap tires to a hole-in-the-wall tire shop. So I went to a actual tire shop, so $1,000 bucks. But yeah, I drive this car a lot. second to my van. I put like 5,000 to 8,000 miles a year on this car. Drive it to work almost every day. And it's a fun car. Really good in corners. So, yep, this car got the crappy, save the worst for last. It got the crappy generic tires. I destroyed those tires. And I think they only had like 20,000 miles on them. Didn't have much on them. There's a warning light blinking. So if the warning light blinking annoys you, just put tape over it. If you don't see it, it's not there, right? One of the main reasons why I spent $1,000 on tires is because I wanted my TPMS system working again. So for 4 or 5 years, my TPMS system wasn't working since I put cheapies from eBay in it. So I was getting the warning. There was a warning light there. I got so annoyed I covered it with electrical tape. But there you go, it's working again. Recommended pressure on this car, 38 front, 32 back, close enough. Let's go to sport mode. Traction control off. And here's a hilarious thing about this car. There's a G meter. A G meter in a souped up econo box. So basically this car wants you to hit 1G or pass 1G, so it's like a game without tipping the car over. It's like this car wants you to fail. It's funny. So even with the Mucho Machos, this thing handled great, but with these Toyos, man, I'm taking turns like 5 miles per hour faster than I did with the Mucho Machos. So when you're driving a car, you're taking turns, that tire squeal is your warning that you're approaching the limit. The limit is even higher in this car now. And then 205 versus 195 tires are slightly wider, and this car rides a little bit better now. So yeah, I rewarded this car. It's my daily driver. It's like, sorry car for giving you crappy generic tires. I will reward you with some name brand. So my recommendation for cheapy tires, Lionhart's good, and Patagonia's, they're good. So 2 different styles of vehicles, performance car and off-road rig. Mucho Macho, thumbs down. So yeah, this car, I don't remember the speed rating on the Mucho Machos. I got it up to like 127 once with the Mucho Machos. But for the most part, this car is slow. You struggle to hit past 100 in this car. In fact, I'll full send it right now. I'll redline it into the shifts, into the fourth. I'm doing like 80. So this is not a fast car. So speed rating is not that important. You're looking at speed rating if, you know, your car goes 100 easy. Like the average speed rating on tires is like 100 to 108. So watch that speed rating if you have a fast car. Okay, here we go. Turn coming up, and I'll full send it into the freeway. Driving a slow car fast is more fun than driving a fast car slow. So here you go. Look at this turn. That's my phone falling. No tire squeal though. Here we go. Full send. Red line, shift. We're only going 60. There you go. This car's slow, man, but it sounds so good. I did that full send with the windows rolled up. Here's the windows rolled down. Here's some turbo action. This is a fun daily driver. You're not gonna get in trouble in it either. It's gotta be a manual transmission. So the Mucho Machos, they were $50 or $60 each, super cheap. These tires were $120 each, still cheap since it's such a small car. And then I spent a bunch of money on new tire pressure monitor sensors. There it is right there. What is that? $400 total for the sensors. And then I went ahead and got my oil changed at Evans Tires. My Geo Tracker, I'm pretty sure it's due for tires. I've had this thing for 4 years. And I have no idea how old these tires are, so I'm probably gonna go with the Lion Claws since I like the Lionhart so much. I bought this Jaguar S-Type R about 3 months ago. Tires look good. They're staggered like the Z06, but it's funny. Nitos up front and in the back, they're Kumos. These have a lot of life left. We'll see what I do with this car when the time comes for new tires. These tires are so affordable, it doesn't even make me cringe to do this. Ran out of road. I think I hit 150. Casually busting out 150 on a Sunday drive.